What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 7 of the Deeper Things podcast. It's your host, Desiree Cotto. Thanks for sticking with me and listening to yet another episode. I appreciate each and every listen. Sorry the last one was so long. I'll try to cap them from now on at like 10 or 15 minutes each. Honestly, I'm trying to be a little more structured, so I'm hoping to have episodes out every week or so. And I'm thinking about a name change. I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm not sure yet. I like this name. Anyways, while you're at it, if something I say speaks to you or helps you out a little bit, consider sharing this with someone else you know who might benefit hearing from it. I'm just trying to help as many people as possible, and that would mean the world to me, honestly. Alright, so, guys, do you ever just have, one of those days? Like, maybe you wake up feeling great, or ready and pumped for everything that you have to do in the day, and then your energy just, slowly decreases as the day goes by, or you feel yourself getting more and more drained until you can't be excited or energetic anymore. Or sometimes right off the bat, right when you wake up, you just know that today's not going to be a good day, and you feel just stuck in a rut, I guess is probably the best way to say it. Today was one of those days. I woke up and I was feeling good. I got through all my schoolwork really quickly, and I played some Fortnite, played some basketball outside, and then around dinner time, right there, I just felt my spirits drop. No particular reason. I just got bummed out, It was one of those days. Maybe I'm tired of being inside and my brain tries to entertain itself by being sad for no reason. I don't know. Who knows? But I have a feeling that right now, as I'm in the middle of this mini rut that happened today, I feel like a lot of us are feeling the same way as well. So I figured I'd make a podcast to try and get my mind off of everything sad for no reason and get it on something meaningful that has purpose instead of just empty-mindedly scrolling through Instagram like I've been doing all day, every day. By the way, my screen time's nearing 11 plus hours lately. Is that anyone else? Because it's been rough, at least. Anyways, as I was thinking of a good topic to talk about this week, one single word came to mind, and that word was encouragement. And I didn't like the idea too much at first, especially because I'm not in too much of a joyful mood right now, but I've realized that the best way to get out of a mood is to kind of concern yourself with the opposite of that. So today I just want to provide you all, and myself, with some encouragement to everyone out here, because we're all struggling, and we're all affected by what's going on in the world in some form or another. And I don't want to sound like some inspirational influencer or a self-help coach. I just want to offer practical words of encouragement and something to keep you going that you can hold on to. Because I know it's just hard to keep going sometimes, especially when we're doing the same things every day. Everything's new and different. First, to the people out there who feel like this is the worst possible thing that could have happened to you, my heart goes out to you. You're stuck alone with your thoughts and nothing to occupy them except the crippling fear and anxiety that you've been shoving back inside all these years. I know what that feels like. And you can't even put on your mask in the morning now and pretend everything's okay. I always used to do that. I mean, there can't be a show without an audience, so there's no point. Maybe now your deepest and your darkest thoughts are coming out, and that's something you never wanted to face. And I've been there, and your first instinct will be to ignore them and to keep shoving them inside. But there comes a point where you can't run anymore, and you can't spend your entire life running away from these feelings. So you're going to have to face them. You're going to have to face the fear, the loneliness, the anxiety and the anger. You're going to have to face the unforgiveness. I spent 2 years, maybe more, of my life just stuck, not being able to move forward because I just could not forgive. Because I wasn't willing to turn around and face the anger and the hatred that I felt in my heart, and it stunted my growth as a person for longer than I want to admit. Please do not sit idly by and watch all this time slip through your fingers. That is the worst thing you could do for yourself. And I'm not telling you to do a deep spring clean. I'm not going to shove 100 movies down your throat. All I'm asking is that you take some time to reflect on your thoughts and the things that keep you awake at night, the things that keep your mind going when you don't want it to be, when you wish you could just shut it off, those things that just keep your thoughts occupied all the time. Just reflect on them and see why they have such a hold on your life, and examine how you can maybe loosen their grip on your life, or examine the roots behind them, what caused them, what's going on. Think and reflect back on the things that have your attention, and see if there's actually any worth from that. And it probably sounds like the last thing you want to do, but it'll be so worth it. And I did that, and from there I was able to work things out hopefully, maybe if you try it, you might be able to too. And if you're struggling with thoughts or fears like that, just take some time and pray and talk to God. We all say we want to grow closer to Him and that we'll read our Bibles and we'll pray to Him. We'll talk to Him more and seek Him once we finally have time because we're just so busy every other day. Well, now we've got plenty of time on our hands. He literally stopped the entire world and now He's asking for your attention. Don't come out of this the same person you were when it started. Please. My worst and biggest fear is that I will leave my house that first day that we're able to go places the same exact person I was when I walked in. I don't want to do that, and I don't think you do either. Don't leave being the same person. Don't leave having the same views. Don't leave with the same dull and lackluster faith and view of God you had when you started. Use this time to build yourself, build something inside of yourself, a fervor and a passion for God or for the things that you love. I'm taking advantage of this time to get closer to God so that when I'm out, I'll be stronger in my faith, in my relationship with Him, and stronger in my knowledge of who He is. Like, isn't that the whole point of this thing called life? To know Him and to know Him more deeply. Or if you don't believe in anything like that, to do the things that you love and are passionate about. Strive towards them more and more each day and continue chasing after them. Like, life doesn't stop when we get something. The whole point is to chase after things. That's what you see in marriages, other aspects of life. When you get something, if you stop as soon as you're married, if you stop pursuing that person, it'll fall apart. You have to pursue the things that you love. Once you get something, once you start that relationship, you want to continue to pursue it. So take time and don't be idle, doing just nothing. Or like I said, scrolling through Instagram. Take this time to make something of yourself and maybe even surprise yourself by what you might learn about yourself, what you might learn about God. I promise you it will not be a waste of time. And if you're the kind of person who finds things to worry about, you know who you are. The people who are like anxious about everything, you just like, if nothing's going wrong, then something's wrong. You think so much about everything that once you're started, you just can't stop. Like, you just go down this rabbit hole until you're just worried and stressed out about every possible thing that's going to happen 57 years from now. Just breathe. Everything is going to be okay. The world has gone through worse things before your time, before you were even born, and yet you're still here. And God hasn't taken you off of this earth yet. So you better believe that He has some better things promised for you. Proverbs reminds us that it's not honorable or good to search out matters that are too deep. It's literally not physically good for us to think about things that are beyond our control. Don't make something out of nothing. I know you people. I've met a ton of them. You just make something out of nothing. So just breathe. And for the rest of you that are trying to just set up a new routine, kind of like me, and not be driven crazy by the people in your household, I feel you. Just remember that our life has always been go, go, go. And I remember just a few weeks ago at school, it almost seemed like every single day I was burnt out because there was just no rest. And I just didn't have any motivation to keep going because it seemed like, how can you have motivation every single second of the day to do every task that you need to complete? It's just so go, go, go. And now's the time to just calm down. And I'm even trying to remind myself, just enjoy the stillness in the small moments, like when you're waking up, or the times, basically this whole period of time, it's just a moment of stillness. But even in that, take time to be still. Remember to take time at some point every day to be present. And remember your Savior, because He's longing for you more than you could ever even understand during this time. He just wants us. He just wants more of us. And we should want more of Him as well. So I wish you all the best in your homes for the next month or so. However long this is going to be, who knows. I hope that I can encourage you in some way. I pray that you'll grow closer to God and each other in this tight situation is what I'd call it. It's just a tight situation. It's just sometimes your back's up against a wall, things are tight. This is that for everybody. If you've never experienced that before, it's now. So I pray that you'll each continue to work through that and be better for it. I'm always here to talk if you all need me. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Thank you all for listening. This has been me, Desiree. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Deeper Things podcast.